So a couple of years ago I made a series of videos about how to make your own Star Trek Next Generation tricorder from a Playmates toy circa 1993. I realized in the process of uploading some videos recently that I never actually made the final video where I show you the end product. So I want to show it to you now. And basically, here it is. I made my own little case for it and everything, so I just charged it up. And so I made the case, and there's the belt clip. You can hardly see it there because I painted it black, but there's the belt clip that came with the original toy. And I kept that to use as the belt clip for my case, so you can clip it on your belt and you can walk around with it and pull it out and use it and put it away, and it's pretty convenient. And it's just like the little cases they had on the show. I basically just took some really stiff cardboard and created the shape of the case and used some masking tape, taped it all together really good, and then took an old black t-shirt, cut it up in appropriate sized pieces, and glued it all in there really good. It looks pretty close to what they actually had on the show. I'm happy with the way it all turned out. It fits in there perfectly. Once you got the tricorder, you can fit it as you're making it. This is the little charger I've got because I got the iPod battery in there, and this charger is pretty cool. Actually, it lights up almost like a tricorder when you're charging the tricorder. I'll just show you the back of the tricorder because I know I decided not to fill in these two little holes just in case I did have some battery problems. But to hold the top part together, I just put two little dabs of super glue there to hold it together really good. And if I needed to pull it apart, I could just cut those two little dabs of super glue on the side there and take my sticker off and unscrew these two screws, and the whole back piece will come on. So if I really had to get in there, I can get in there. Most of the time you're not going to see these two little screws anyhow because you're going to be holding the tricorder or something like this, and you're not going to be seeing any of these in the back here. But I wanted to show you, this is my charger port. It's nicely flush with the back of the tricorder. The little charger goes in there, no problem. Clicks in nicely. And the charger is really nice too. It has a little green light there to show you it's fully charged. No surprise there because I just charged it up. It's been sitting in my closet for a while. But you can see the top of the tricorder looks pretty much exactly like the ones that they had in Star Trek Next Generation. You can't really see the blue here, but when it lights up you will. You'll see it a lot. The bottom of the tricorder, I actually took the time and painted the black on there like they have in the show too, because I wanted to make sure it was nice and realistic as I could get it. I was going to fill in the line here, but in order to fill that in and sand it down, then I'd have to make some kind of a door in the back to get in there if I needed to. Or I could take my chances and just seal it all. But in the event that the battery died or something like that, then I'd have a real handful on my hands trying to take it apart, get back in there and change it and stuff, and it'd be a whole heck of a lot of work. These little lines on the side don't bother me that much, but I sleep a lot better at night knowing I can change the battery if I really wanted to. And here's the front. So it really does look a lot like the tricorders they used on the TV show. I got a little bit of a glue here. I gotta fix that. I still have the paint and everything to fix it. I just haven't gotten around to it. So there's the case with the clip. It's really nice. It's in there good. Makes it easy to carry it around. Looks like the one on the show. And I'm going to show you now when I open her up how it works. Oh, you can't wait apparently. And you can see for yourself. I did actually. I lost one of the lights. I'm not sure what happened. It might have just been a defective LED, but of course it stopped working after I had already put everything all together. Not too much of a big deal. I'm not that worried about it. This is the first time I've actually built one of these, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. You can see the back's really nice. When you're holding it, you're not going to be seeing any of that stuff, and I think that's a really big plus. I am interested in making some more of these. If somebody out there wants one, if you're looking at this and you like it, and you want one for yourself, I do know where to get all the electronics, and I do have a Playmates tricorder in my closet right now that I could actually modify for you. I want to give a big thanks to GM Props. If you haven't checked out GM Props on eBay, you should check out GM Props. He's got all kinds of circuits on there for phasers, tricorders, all kinds of stuff, different kinds of phasers, dolphin phasers, type 2 phasers, the dustbuster phasers. He's also got great customer service and everything, so he doesn't live too far away from me, and I could easily swing by and pick up another kit. Now, this kit that I got costs a little bit more because I got the charger with the iPod or the iPhone battery in it, but I didn't mind so much. This one, in materials and everything, cost me a bit over $300 to get everything done, and that doesn't count any of the time or anything. But if I was gonna sell one of these, it would have to be $300, because I mean, I do have a lot of the tools and all the supplies that I need already, but the amount of time that it takes to make one this good, it's no joke. It does take some serious effort. And this is my first one. I did make a couple of little mistakes on it, but I've learned from that. My next one, if I was going to make another one or more of these, would be actually much better than this one. But I'll show you how good this one did turn out. I think you'll be impressed. So you can see on the screen you got the two indicators, the green and the red, going at the same time. I tried to separate all these little lights, so only one really lights up a lot at a time. I see on some other tricorders, when one light lights up, they all kind of light up at the same time. The one light I lost is this one right here. I'm not too worried about it. I actually kind of like it that way. But you can see the front. You can really see the blue now over here. You couldn't see before, and everything looks just like the tricorder from the show. You got nice sound on there, and if I leave this thing open long enough, it will shut off on its own. I tend not to do that. I tend to close it and turn it off. See, there you go. I don't know if you can tell, my microphone on here is not the greatest in the world. I'm just doing this on my laptop, but there is a really good sound that comes out of this. I can hardly hear myself talk when it's on, and sorry if my voice was muffled while it was on. But there you have it. I mean, it's a tricorder. It's pretty much, I mean, if you didn't know any better, you might even swear this is one they had on a TV show. And I opted for a little bit of sparkly paint on this one because I liked it, but the next generation, they were mostly just a flat gray. But either way, I've got the flat gray, I've got the sparkly paint. And like I said, if you are interested in getting one of these, I can make it for you. It is a lot of work, and there's a lot of different things that can go wrong. It's probably easier and better for you to, just have someone who knows what they're doing make it for you. It is a fun process to make them, and you end up with a cool tricorder at the end of the day. Now, there is an option with the kits that you can get the little emergency light on the door at the bottom will light up as well. That's a lot of work just for that one extra light there. But some people like that. Okay, that's an option. You can opt for that, no problem. There it is, Star Trek Next Generation tricorder. I did it myself from an old Playmates toy. This is what I always wanted. Here it is. If you're like me and you always wanted one of these, get a hold of me, leave a message on the video, give me some email, and I will contact you directly, and I can make one of these for you, no problem, anytime. Can even make you a case. My treat. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the final product. Any questions, comments, leave comments, like the video, tell your friends, and get in touch with me if you want one.